Hi, I'm Jessica or Sight. So I wanted to make a video talking a little bit about my characters today. Some doll characters. A lot of these characters were characters before I ever got into dolls. We'll go over some of that. I don't think I'll definitely be able to get all of my dolls. But this is Lola. She is my new little bulldog. Had her for about 4 weeks now, and she's been doing really good. So I had to show her off a little bit. Oh, she's my sweet baby. uh, so I posted letting people choose, what characters they were more interested in hearing about, and so I'll definitely take that into consideration. I will definitely try to. I want to try to talk about everybody, but it probably won't be in one video. That would be way too long. Let me put her down. So since the camera is pointing at Trinity, we'll talk about her first. She's my second Lily Cat ombre, and I actually got her from the same person, A Poem Without Words, Kate. She's on Instagram, um, and she put this girl up for sale, and there was no way that I could afford her at the time. Um, but then later she also mentioned that she wanted a white skin mini fee, and well, I have one of those, and she's been one that I want to sell and didn't feel very inspired by, so it just worked out really perfect because this girl spoke to me immediately. So Trinity she's going to be part of my Eden Sphere world. Lola's trying to get in my way. Hi, Lola. Hi, sweet girl. Um, she's a fairy. She's a fae. Almost everybody in this story is a fae. There are some exceptions, um, but she's uh, she's a twin, and that had to do with having she had a sleeping head that came with her too. Come on, camera, focus. Look at her antlers are falling. And Lola's trying to get in my lap. Lola. But she's a twin, and I eventually will try to find a body. But that's okay if it takes a while to find a body, or even a long while, because that will be part of the story that Trinity is looking for her twin sister, um, and she's not very powerful in magic. She's not a very strong fae. She's pretty weak, and that's part of her character. She's pretty frail. Her sister, on the other hand, is a very strong, powerfully magical fae. But she requires her sister to be with her in order to unlock that. And that's probably why they were separated to begin with. Uh, so Trinity doesn't know if her sister is alive or dead. She's looking for her. She came to Eden Sphere. There has been kind of a mass exodus of Fae that are coming to Eden Sphere for sanctuary. Most of them are from Danu's line of Fae. They were a deer people that existed for many millions of years. So yes, even during the times of the dinosaurs, that the new had her line. So their forms might have been different then, and that's something to explore at some point. But now they are predominantly a deer people. So Trinity is looking for her sister, and she thought that she would come to Eden Sphere and try to find her here. So in some ways, maybe I should have started with Danu, because she's kind of the center stone of the story and how it goes. Uh, let's see. Let's see if I can move the camera. There she is. I don't want to move too much, or everything will probably fall. And Lola's still trying to get in my lap. I'm a good girl. So Danu is a goddess. Come here, Lola. I know. I'm so lonely. Oh, he needs love. Never gets enough love. So Danu is a goddess. She's not strictly, she's not a fae. The fae that she created have a lot of her powers and weaknesses because they are made from her essentially. But she is a goddess. She's existed for many millions and millions of years, if not billions. An energy being that maybe existed in space, and then when the planets formed, was attracted to Earth, and then when life flourished, it was a bit of a symbiotic relationship. So she influenced what developed, and it also influenced her in the forms that she took, and ultimately uh, this very almost human form, and that's how did people form too? What gods guided them, and then how did the evolution and development of humans influence their gods? So that's kind of how this world works. Danu is a goddess who, along with Cernunnos, her mate, is the progenitor of this race of fae. Um, Cernunnos is over here. So he's big. He is a very giant doll. He's a 12-pound doll. Put Lola down again. I know, just don't get enough left. He's a 12-pound doll. Very heavy. He has toppled over before, and hasn't destroyed anything or himself. But he's a heavy big guy. But he's a Granado Titan Awen. But he's a god as well, and the same sort of history as Danu as far as his genesis. He is more of a he lived more originally in volcanoes, lava, and he still retreats to mountains. They're his, when they get into fights, arguments. He goes there to pout and have tirades. He makes dragons from lava and rocks. Whereas Danu, she is a very much a creator, and as my story will progress, or as I let more tidbits go, it's very complicated. It's very, she has spent millennia guiding her race and basically her family to a goal, and she has manipulated that to the way she wants it, as far as where individuals end up, who they meet, how their lives go. Sometimes it's not very good either. It's not always nice things. So Danu comes off as a very motherly and good being, which I think that she is, but she has, I guess, a dark side, or where she meets her goals and things that she has done. So maybe someday we'll learn more about those things. I kind of went back to Danu, but I don't know. I've talked for 10 minutes, so maybe I'll leave it at that, and ramble more another time. Time flies, especially when you're playing with a bulldog too in the middle of it. But thanks for watching. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn this.